What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? And welcome to today's Saturday night's main event predictions. And for this specific Saturday night's main event, it is the final time for some and the first time for others. But as always in these predictions videos, we go over every match that will be on this card of WWE. I give my thoughts on the card and what it seems like on paper. I predict who will win those matches. But as always, you guys can leave me your thoughts down in the comments below. But just don't forget to help your boy out by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on post notifications so you never miss an upload, and even go to follow the socials, and you can find those in the description of this video. That includes my Instagram account, my X account. Do all that helps me a ton. And now let's get you guys straight into today's Saturday night's main event predictions. Alright, so we will start it off with Bayley versus Sol Ruca, and pretty much with most of these matches, including this one on this card, we're given little to no build. And most of these matches are WWE superstars versus an NXT superstar, except for one of the matches. So here's this one, Bayley versus Sol Ruca. Honestly, I feel like Bayley's going to win this one. I don't think Sol Ruca is going to win this one at all, but I do think that this is going to be a hard-fought match. It's going to be I think it's going to be a lengthy match, not super long, but I feel like it's going to be long enough to where, you know, it gets the point across of just who Sol Ruca is, because I feel like they want to continue to showcase Sol Ruca to us, the fans, or people that haven't seen her. I know I've seen her you know, her matches. Every time I see them, they're honestly great. So I see that same result being the same for this match as well. I can't wait for the match. I think it's going to be a great match. It should be amazing. But like I said, we're given little to no build, so you really can't talk too much on this. You'd really just have to make up a prediction. So I'm gonna go with the easy answer and say Bayley, just because it's an NXT superstar, and Bayley's, you know, she's currently working to go after a championship, that being the tag title. So I feel like maybe you want Bayley to win here, just so you don't, you know, she's not weak, and, you know, because if she loses to an NXT superstar, it kind of shows that she's a bit weak, and that NXT superstar should probably be the one to take her place, type of thing, is kind of what I'm getting at there. So that's really my final thoughts here, man. I think I think Bayley is going to win here. Sol Ruca is obviously going to lose, but like I said, this is going to be a great match. I have no doubt that it's going to be a great match, man. I don't think we're getting a bad match out of this one. I just don't see that happening. But yeah, my final prediction here is going to be Bayley beating Sol Ruca. All right, now we will go on to AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Javon Evans and Leon Slater. So one thing I want to note is I do not know who the hell Leon Slater is. In fact, I didn't even really care to look him up before talking about this match, just because I think this prediction is going to be similar to the one that we just predicted, that being Bayley and Sol Ruca. This one's going to be a lot similar, man. It's WWE superstars versus NXT superstars, and I believe, yes, the title is on the line here, the tag titles. Obviously, defending is going to be AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. So just like I predicted for the last match, because it's going to be WWE superstars versus NXT superstars, I feel like that obviously to me leads to the WWE superstars, that being AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, are to win here. The main card, you know, stars. I feel like they're going to win here. Like I said, that being AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. I feel like that this once again will be a great match. In fact, it is most likely to be a better match than possibly Bayley and Sol Ruca, man. I guarantee every single one of these guys can do great freaking moves. I mean, I know AJ Styles, Dragon Lee, and, you know, Javon Evans can do some great freaking stuff in the ring. They can work well together. Like I said, I don't really know who Leon Slater is. Don't know much about him, so can't really speak too much on him, but I guarantee he's most likely a good superstar. I mean, if he's put in this match, and it's kind of what you would assume. But yeah, I think this is just similar to my prediction for Bayley and Sol Ruca. Another argument that, you know, one could have that I guess I have a little bit is, well, what happened this previous episode of Raw? We would see the Usos come out and they would have a stare down with AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. So I think that they're going to keep the titles around AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, and then they're going to, you know, continue on with that feud and build for AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus the Usos and have that feud for the tag titles. I think that's what they're going to continue to do, and in order to do that, you need to have AJ Styles and Dragon Lee win here. So those are just some of the options. Those are just some of my arguments that I have for AJ Styles and Dragon Lee to win here. But either way, I don't think Javon and Leon Slater are going to win here. Like I said, it's going to be a hard-fought match. It's going to be a great match. Can't wait to watch it. But I think inevitably it's going to come out on top with AJ Styles and Dragon Lee still your tag team champions. All right, now we'll move on to undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes versus the NXT champion Obafemi. This is once again going to be a great match. I do not know, I've never really watched Obafemi, but I've heard great stuff about him. So I think this is going to be a great match, amazing match. I mean, just from the stuff I've heard, the stuff that Oba can do in the ring, I feel like it's just, you know, I feel like it's going to be a good match because I already know what Cody Rhodes can do in the ring, and I feel like combining them together, it's going to be a great match. But obviously, we will have to wait and see. But my same prediction here, it's just like the last two, man. I feel like since it's WWE Superstar versus NXT Superstar, I just feel like Cody Rhodes is to win here because I mean, another argument that you can make is, I mean, there's no title on the line here, so it's pretty much a the main roster champion versus a the not main roster champion. So I feel like if you have the main roster champion, that being Cody Rhodes, lose, it really kind of plays that thing where it's like, okay, Obafemi should probably be in his role then, and I don't think they're working to do that here because honestly, after this match, I feel like they're going to continue back with Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. Because if we're being honest, this match in specifically the Cody Rhodes versus Obafemi really came about like kind of out of nowhere because it came about like literally on just this previous episode of SmackDown where on that episode we would see Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. They would be fighting, and then we cut to a commercial break, and then later on that night, next thing you know, it's going to be Obafemi and Ricky Saints, and they had a match at Deadline. Obafemi would win that, and since he won that, he would get this match with Cody Rhodes. So the match really came about out of nowhere. So for that reason, I think they're going to have Cody Rhodes win here, and then they're going to have him go back to Drew McIntyre and feuding with all that. It's kind of similar to the how I predicted AJ Styles and Dragon Lee's match just a few moments ago. But yeah, I think most likely to win here going to be Cody Rhodes. It's going to be, like I said, it's probably most likely to be a great match. I have no doubt in my mind that it's going to be great. I don't think it's going to be a bad match at all. I can't wait to see it, just like every other match on this card. It's going to be great. Can't wait to watch it. But my final prediction here is going to be Cody Rhodes. All right, man, now the one that everybody has been waiting for, the big match on this card. It's John Cena's farewell match. It's his last match in WWE. It is John Cena going one-on-one with Gunther, man. Who is to win this match? I really feel like it can go both ways here, but I feel like it does settle on one way just a bit more, which we'll talk about here in a few moments. But man, this match is going to be insane. Cannot wait to watch it. We're going to have I feel like we're going to have some great returns. Like, I feel like in the post-match, after the match is over, one thing, I do feel like Gunther actually might, he might kind of snap out of character and, shake John Cena's hand, raise his hand up for the crowd. But I also feel like we're going to get some returns and, to send John Cena off. And who are those returns? Well, I feel like one of them is going to be Edge or Adam Copeland and possibly Chris Jericho, or it's either going to be one or the other, or it's going to be possibly both, which would be even cooler. But I feel like that's going to happen in the post match, and they're going to, also raise John Cena's hand, shake his hand, and then, send him off type of thing. And obviously, I feel like in the post match as well, John Cena definitely going to get on that mic and talk, just like they did with Goldberg. But hopefully this time they don't cut that part out, because if they do, that's absolutely terrible. Because this is something that everybody wants to see. Because if you guys don't remember, when Goldberg and Gunther had a match at Saturday Night's Main Event, I feel like I think it was it was 2 Saturday Night's Main Events ago. I feel like that was Goldberg's pretty much like farewell match as well, and they cut that part out where he would get on the mic in the post match. They literally left that off the show, and the only people that got to see it were the people in person. Now, obviously, you can find videos online, but anyways, the point is, back to the Gunther and John Cena match. Now that we've talked about all that, who is to win this match? I'm going to say Gunther here. I say Gunther because that's kind of what this whole thing is based off of. Gunther got here from the Last Time Is Now tournament. What was the point of the Last Time Is Now tournament? It's to find John Cena's last opponent, and finding his last opponent, I feel like it's the guy who is going. It's like a passing of the torch type of thing. And in order to do that, you have to have John Cena lose here, and you have to have the person who's facing John Cena win here. Now, I know that's going to piss a lot of people off. In fact, I don't think a lot of people probably are not going to like that. But you just kind of have to think about what was the whole purpose of the tournament, because I feel like if Gunther loses, there was no point in this tournament at all, and you might as well have just had John Cena show up for Saturday Night's Main Event and give a speech. Legitimately, it's really that type of thing. So I really feel like it has to go with Gunther. If it doesn't, it ruins the whole point of everything that we've been building for the past month and a half. I believe that's how long the tournament's been going on, or so now, about a month or whatever. But yeah, it really would ruin the whole purpose, and that's something you don't want to do with this high caliber of of a scenario with that being John Cena's final match. You don't really want to do that. So in order to avoid that, you have to have John Cena lose here, because that's capitalize on everything that we've been building for, like I said, the past month and a half. So yeah, that does wrap up my Saturday Night's Main Event predictions. As always, I do hope you guys did enjoy it. And if you did, be sure to smash that subscribe button, like the video, turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. Go follow the socials. Links to those will be in the description of this video. That includes my Instagram account, my X account. Don't forget, like I said, as always, leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Whether that's debating my predictions, leaving your predictions, whatever it may be about the world of professional wrestling, leave that down in the comments below. Like I said, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch y'all boys in the next one. Peace.